Over the years, I've gained a lot of muscle and I've lost a lot of weight. But there's one stage in between that was kind of hard to get out of. And that stage was the skinny fat stage, where you have little to no muscle on you, but you're skinny at the same time, but also have a little bit of fat on you. So let me show you guys how to get out of that stage. There's essentially two ways to get out of this stage. The first way is a body recomposition, where you're basically just maintaining your weight and changing up what you eat, eating better, eating more protein. And the second way is bulking and then cutting back down. I'm sure you guys how to do both of them. This is the first way, the body recomposition way. So basically, when you're going through a body recomposition, you're eating your maintenance calories. How do you find this? You find this by going to a website called Calorie.net, putting in your gender, height, weight, and your activity level throughout the week, and it's going to tell you what your maintenance is depending on that. After you find that out, that is what you're going to be eating every single day. And if you don't know how to track, it's pretty simple. Download an app like MyFitnessPal, buy a food scale, and just weigh out your food. And when you weigh out your food and log it into MyFitnessPal, it's going to tell you how many calories it has, and how much protein it has, and how many carbs it has and fats. But we want to focus on two things: the protein and the calories. If you want to focus on the fats and the carbs, you can do that in the future. But right now, since you're barely starting off, we want to do calories and protein. After you have found out how to weigh out your food, I want you to start eating at least 1 gram of protein per pound of desired body weight. So if you want to weigh 150 pounds, I want you to eat 150 grams of protein. Like, let's say you weigh 140 pounds and you're skinny fat. I would expect you to probably want to weigh around that same amount, but just with muscle on you, because you have to keep one thing in consideration. Muscle weighs more than fat. To put it simple, so that means that you want to weigh around 130 to probably 150 if you're skinny fat after you put on the muscle. This is how to put on the muscle. You can either go to the gym 3 times per week or 3 to 6 times per week, depending on how much time you have. I really recommend starting off with 3 for about the first month and then going into 6 times a week over time. For example, on the first day you're gonna do push is chest, shoulders, and triceps. Pull is back and biceps. Now for legs, it's basically just hitting legs. I like to toss in a bit of abs in there though, to really build them up, because they do look better when they're built up. And to maximize growth, we're going to be doing high intensity, low volume. High intensity, low volume is when you do few reps and instead you do more weight. We have to be training close to failure, okay? Close to failure on everything, so you can break down the muscle even more, because that's what causes muscle growth. When it builds back up bigger and stronger, okay? You're going to be doing about 6 to 10 reps on every single set, and after each week, you're either gonna add a rep or a bit more weight, depending on whichever one you wanna pick. And you follow the routine I gave you. I guarantee you one thing: after doing this for 6 months, eating 1 gram of protein per pound of desired body weight, making sure to eat mostly healthy foods, for example, whole foods like eggs, steak, chicken, all of that. But trust me, keto bread and all of that, I still eat it all the time. I always will. But I always try to get my sources of protein from decent foods like that. So after doing this for about 6 months, I guarantee you will build some muscle and you will not look skinny fat anymore. Let me show you guys the second way on how to. The second way on how to, you're going to have to gain a little bit of weight before you lose the body fat. So for example, have you ever heard of a bulk? For a bulk, you have to gain weight slowly, because there's a lot of people who like to dirty bulk, and I've done it before. You can always recover back from it, but I don't really recommend it. You maximize more growth when you're lean bulking, because you're bulking for longer and you're eating better foods, which means that better foods have a better effect on your body. It's pretty simple, to be honest. It makes sense. that when you eat better foods, your body processes them better and they have more nutrients. To start off, it's the same way as the first method. You're going to go to the Calorie website, calorie.net, put in your height, weight, stature, and gender, and it's going to tell you what your maintenance is. After you have found out your maintenance, add 300 calories to that and eat that for the next few months. Eat that for about 2 months and then add another 100 calories because you're going to hit a plateau where you can't gain weight slowly anymore. So you're going to do that every single time, and after you do that for 6 months, you're going to have muscle on you. Now you might have a little bit of extra fat on you. We're going to get rid of all of that by cutting, okay? Consistently for those months that you've been bulking. Same thing, 3 to 6 times per week to build growth, low volume, high intensity, close to failure on all your workouts, okay? Now let me show you guys how to do the calorie deficit after you have bulked up for a little bit. After that first step of bulking up, which is the second method, you're going to do a calorie deficit now. I want you to do calorie deficit for about 2 to 3 months, okay? Until you lose that body fat. Or you could do it for a bit longer depending on how fast you want to lose it. It really depends. There's aggressive cutting and there's slow cutting. I've already made a video on that. You guys can go look at that. But let me show you guys how to lose it consistently where you're not straining yourself too much. So let's say right now you're eating 2,500 calories. In the beginning, your maintenance was 2,000. You've been bulking up for about 4-6 months, right? Now it's time to lose that bit of fat. Well, I haven't got that much. It's a bit of loose skin from when I was fatter. But you get the point. It's time to lose some of that body fat so you can look toned down and with a bit of muscle now. So we're good, okay? A calorie deficit is basically when you just eat less than what you burn. It's pretty simple. Go into the calorie tracking app, put in your new stature. Let's say you got taller or something and you weigh more now, all of that into the calorie tracking app, calorie.net, remember. Put all of that in, it's gonna tell you your maintenance. Now just subtract that number by anywhere from 300 to 600 calories, depending on how fast you want to lose it. If you got a bit of extra time, then I recommend subtracting just 300 calories. If you don't got that much time, then just subtract the 600 and make sure you're prioritizing all of your protein still. Still eat the same amount of protein, do all of that, okay? And after those few months of cutting back down, you should now have a toned look. You should be in better shape, have a better lifestyle, be eating healthier because you know how to calorie track now. Your base in your mind knows what's good for you. You can stop calorie tracking. If you want to work out for 6 days, I recommend the same thing. Push-pull legs just twice. But that's how to stop being skinny fat. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe, share, turn on notifications, all of that, you feel me? And this is Saul, and you already know, Saul out.